Something a little different today. I'm going to be covering my own gameplay against Rein. So this is an Orisa versus Rein. I don't know if I'd say it's a guide, but certainly an example play. This is high diamond. I think this is technically diamond 2, but I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to rank up to diamond 1 pretty soon. Um, and you're going to see me playing this in Colosseo against the other Rein. It felt to me like there's a pretty significant tank diff in this game, so you can kind of see the difference. When I felt this like right away, where I felt like I was way better than the opposing tank. However, we actually get pushed almost to our spawn, despite the fact that I feel like I'm better than the opposing tank, and then we end up having a pretty good comeback out of it. So we'll just play this through and watch this. So for starters, I see the Rein, right? I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's DPS? I see that there's a Hanzo, and I know there's a Sojourn, so I'm trying to not to overpeak. A mistake that I would highlight from some of my recent losses on Orisa is that I'm feeding too much ult charge, or not ult charge, Sojourn charge, because I'm peaking too much, even though I'm like not taking a lot of damage. I'm feeding her ult charge. Her Sojourn railgun charge, and she uses it to kill my teammates. So I'm being much more conscious of that now and not over peaking when I feel the Sojourn's able to get a sightline on. So my perspective here is, hey, I love playing Orisa into Rein. I think that Rein is definitely unfavored, right, in that matchup. So my perspective here is poke the Rein shield constantly. When he tries to get into swing, I will spin him backwards, which spin blocks hammer, which is crazy. So it will block all melee attacks, including Genji Blade, by the way. And then after he gets booped back, I reset and I keep doing this until his shield breaks. Once his shield breaks, I just run over and kill him. That's what I'm thinking right here. So poking, right? As soon as I start feeling the shots from the Sojourn, I like, okay, now I cover, right? Again, he tries to step forward or swings, I spin him back, and now I cover again. Right? Again, you see the Sojourn shooting me, I back off again. Right? Rein's clearly feeling his shield's getting low, that's why the Rein is backing, I bet here. Right? Well, not that low, but low enough. Something's causing him to back up here to behind the robot. So I see the Sojourn's high charge. I'm worried she's going to shoot my team, right? So when she starts coming to the left, right here, I start spinning to make sure to just cut off angles to make it a little harder for her to potentially shoot down this path. I'm going to actually drift to the left, you see? So I cut off this angle for her. I see she decides to cover here. I'm like, okay, well, why don't I try to get a kill? Because I figure she's going to cover for just a moment and come back. I throw Javelin to her right. Okay, bam. And I'm looking for a kill opportunity here. If I got any help from anyone else, the Sojourn is dead. Unfortunately, everybody misses her here. And then I die. So instead of looking at the Soldier, let's look at how I die, okay? I come back, I'm at 286 health, so still have health. I'm about to take cover. I get lit up by the Hanzo and die. I was really surprised when this happened because I actually had Fortify and I would have popped Fortify, but I thought I needed it. I did not feel like I needed Fortify because I was just really confused because you notice I don't actually get healing here. Well, why don't I get healing? Well, first of all, let's look at what happens to my Moira. Alright. So Moira's here, doing damage. Notice her heal gauge is basically full. She throws damage. Alright, still damaging the Rein, and then I die. So she doesn't heal me through this entire period of time. Number one. Despite the fact that it's not like she needed to farm the gauge, right? She had plenty of juice. Let's see what happens to my Kiriko. So my Kiriko pops heal here, drops around the corner, right? And that's like the little bit healing I get. Right, a little bit of healing, and then she doesn't Suzu here, and I die. To be fair, it's pretty fast. Okay, like it definitely was pretty fast there in terms of how quickly I died. The Hanzo definitely lit me up. I think I should have popped Fortify, obviously. Because I don't think I should have cut it that close. I still think fundamentally it's still my mistake, but I am correct in that both of the supports could have healed me there, but didn't. So, to some extent, I shouldn't have made the margin of error that close. Alright, so we lose that first fight, which is not great. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks, but I still feel pretty good. I didn't feel like the Rein knew what he was doing. So whatever, I just try to poke here. I can't do anything right now because again, I know my team is dead, so really staggered. I just pretty much just hold here. I don't want them to turn this corner, okay? If they turn this corner with 4 of them, with 1 on cart, they're gonna pin us in the spawn. So I'm trying to make sure they don't come up these stairs because again, it's a tough angle here where, they kind of need to turn around here. I'm right in their face. If I let them get up here, they can swing wide and then it's much easier for them. So again, putting pressure on the Rein. Okay. Just trying to knock him back right now, just buying time. I don't think that was a great spin, by the way. Just poking. I'm cognizant of how quickly the Hanzo killed me last time, so I'm trying to be a little more careful here. I see the Soldier's low. I'm worried that I'm going to get tapped here pretty hard, but I still have enough health. All right, I'm looking to see if there's a possibility that I'll be able to drift to the right and go after the Soldier. And I look at it, I'm like, you know what, this is not going to work. I just have to, because I'm worried the Soldier has full charge here, okay? The Soldier's going to come left and just headshot somebody. And like I could deal with this, right? I could spin all the way down and peel the soldier and force it down low ground, but then I would open up for the Rein. And I also think that the Rein is probably pretty close to Shatter right now because he won one fight, and this is basically a second fight, which I am correct looking at the top right. So the Rein's pretty close to the ulti right now. So I don't want to open this up and have the Rein shatter my backline. So I look at this, I'm like, you know what? I understand the Sojourn's a problem. The Sojourn might kill my team from there. There's nothing I can do about it, and I just need to play, like, you know, play my role here. So again, poking. Okay. Right, you notice that I saved spin there because spin is a bigger commitment than javelin. Okay, javelin really easy. If he blocked javelin, I would have spun him off high ground, just to force him to again have to do this like, oh, he has to jump up and then he jump up again. Like that time is valuable because it allows my team to get here onto bridge to potentially get picks. It's pretty difficult, honestly, to play down here when the enemy team is standing on bridge above you, right? Their tank isn't doing anything to stop my team from shooting at them from high ground. So that's the best I can hope for. Like ultimately, my team needs to make a play here. I cannot do anything right now. Right? Again, you see, he tries to come up. I don't javelin, so I spin him off and I rotate. Why? So I previously made a mistake trying to come this way. I think that is a mistake almost always for most tanks. Like Doomfist or something, sure. But for most tanks, I think it's a mistake to try to come down this way because your team automatically flips to look this way and potentially play here. And if you take a fight over here, you're going to be all alone. And that's exactly what would have happened if I tried to push down this way, is I would have had to fight the whole team and been killed. Does it give up more space? Absolutely. Right? And I was thinking the whole time, I was like, yeah, I'm going to give them possibly all the way up into the forward spawn, but it's worth it to make sure that I play with my team. I see the dragon, right? I understand the dragon has cut off my team here, right? I thought the dragon was actually more diagonal this way, so I'm playing a little slow here, waiting for the dragon to come up. Right? You see, like, I'm not going too crazy, except when I say Kiriko, I'm making it a little bloodlusty, right? I go forward to try to kill the Kiriko, right? She Suzu's, and then I'm like, nope. You know, if she stepped back for even a second, I would have gotten the kill, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so let's watch right here. So this is a reactive fortify, okay? Remember, I knew the Rein had shatter, right? I was thinking Rein, I had my finger like on shift, ready to hit it the whole time. I'm waiting, right? I'm waiting. And then in real time, bam, right? So you can see I react to the shatter. This is like, you know, a really high impact play. But the problem is, we still can't get kills. All 5 of them are clumped right here. I can see my team, or 4 of them are clumped right here. I can see my team aren't here to actually be able to do anything. So all I can do right now is just prevent them from walking over me. That's my perspective. I just like, you know what? I just buy time here, right? I navigate backwards into the room, all right? I understand my supports are pulled away now, okay? I look, right? I spin. Again, you can spin off Rein charge as long as you're not directly in front of him where you can pin you, but I spin him off, and then I'm going to look for Terror Surge right here. Because I see the supports are here. Right? I see the Ana's low. I had to pop it early because, again, the Ana would have gotten away otherwise. Build the kill. This is looking pretty bad right now. Right? I pop Fortify to buy some more time. One of my team calls Hanzo's low, so I go finish off the Hanzo. Right? And now I just play back. Because there's nothing I can do, right? There's 2 supports plus the Rein. I cannot do anything. Right? Staying alive here was critical. Right? Again, I just want to buy time right now. Just get a little damage. Javelin. I can see Rein shield's getting low. It's under 25%. Poke, 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 poke. Alright, javelin back. Again, I don't want to commit spin quite yet. So it's funny, I actually saw the Sojourn come here. Like on the screen I see it, but in game time, I did not realize this had happened. Like you see that quick look to the left? I actually did not. I actually should have gone for the Sojourn. So that was a mistake. Okay. So Sojourn's like overextended. Now, I really should have saved Javelin right now to try to knock somebody off. And I should have backed up like this way and tried to get somebody who tried to peek to the left. But I waste Javelin. I realized that I also wasted spin. I could have potentially knocked people off with spin. So just a couple of mistakes right there. Try to kill Kiriko. He's low. I get killed. Alright, so obviously you look at this and you think, this does not look like a good game, right? Certainly not a game that looks like we're going to win. They've already gotten forward spawns. They're turning this corner, which is the hardest corner. I think this area is actually easier to take. And, you know, things are just getting progressively worse for us. You know, it is what it is. Okay, come back out. I'm still feeling pretty good about the situation, believe it or not. Right, I go for a Javelin, right? I was hoping to hit the Ana, right, as she was crossing to either pin her against the wall and get a kill, or just knock her to low ground, which would basically be a kill, right? She's not coming back up anytime soon, right? Ana decides to leave. That's fine. I pop Fortify because I already know this is a cleanup mode, so I just want to make sure I don't take damage and reduce ult charge. So I know that I'm going to fortify up before the next fight. The rest of the team leaves. Okay, cool. So fast forward, first offense, same idea. Okay, I check. You see, I look back. I make sure that the team is here. All right, I got pretty much everybody. I'm missing one. So just poking away, right? I'm not being too aggressive here. Again, just playing this 90-degree turn, right? Nobody can shoot me, but I can shoot the Rein. Or my team can shoot the Rein. I'm going to force them to have to commit around this corner. I also know I have ulti coming, right? Again, Rein tries to come up, tries to swing. I knock him back. We have rush here, right? And as soon as we rush, I'm like, okay, cool. Now we can go, right? Because I know my Kiriko is the last one in. She jumped, she teleported forwards. She pops rush. Now's my opportunity. I know Rein's shield's low because I've been working the Rein shield myself. Okay, I know the shield is low because I've been shooting it constantly. So Rein's in. I see he gets booped upwards. I go behind him. Okay, I fortify to make sure I don't get slept and the Rein can't charge out. And now it's just cleanup mode. Right. Again, Kitsune Rush is really the biggest part of this, but obviously you still need to execute. Miss Javelin. Right, just get him down. Again, you see, as soon as I notice the Moira is here with me, I get aggressive and change the angle to make sure that the Hanzo does not kill my supports, because that's what he did last time. If you remember on the previous point, is that the Hanzo, I was chasing him down, and he jumped and headshot the Kiriko. So I don't want that to happen this time. I want the full team lineup. So I want to be super aggressive in the space to prevent him from shooting anybody. All right. I stopped for a second to cart just to, regroup, wipe sweat off my hands, walk forward. So my goal here as Orisa is, hey, I want to prevent them from walking down here and taking that early fight, okay? I want them to bunch up and basically be stuck right here because I'm holding the corner, and then we can get the cart, robot as far as we possibly can. That's my first second. I also have ulti here. Again, spam it, that's fine. Just trying to whip down this the shield, right? Again, I know the Ana, when she sees me going aggressively, might use something. I hear it, so I spin to the Rein. She uses sleep, which is a big mistake. So I know sleep's not a problem anymore. I push him back. Okay, Rein's in the face. My Javelin's ready. I Javelin him back. This is why I think Rein versus Orisa is heavily favored for the Orisa. It's very hard to deal with a combination of spin and Javelin. Basically, every 3 seconds, the Orisa has something to knock you back. It is very, very frustrating to deal with as a Rein. Which is why if I ever play Rein versus Orisa, I immediately switch, unless I think I can hit Shatter. Is the only thing that I think that Rein has on top of Orisa. So again, pushing the Rein back, right? All the time. I know shield's getting low. I can also look visually, and I can tell they're starting to clump here. So I'm thinking, hey, Terra Surge is a good opportunity here. I don't want to run. I could have just spun in right now and done it. In my experience, those don't actually work out very well. Okay, people usually can get away, right? Sojourn has slide, Hanzo has, his jump, and Kiriko can swift step plus Suzu people out, plus Suzu block it. There's a lot of options there. So I don't want to take this Terra Surge, even if I can get a I'm pretty sure I can get a 5-man Terra Surge here. I would not take it, because I do not think that I can convert it into a win. I think I will probably die. I might kill one, like the Ana, for example, and then my team will lose. So it's not worth it. Okay, so again, I'm playing slow. I'm also thinking, by the way, that the Rein has Shatter. Okay, because it's also been 2 more fights. I assume the Rein has Shatter. Rein's build Shatter really quickly. I spin him forward. I use Javelin because the spin's not enough. And then I pop ulti. Okay, why do I pop ulti now? Right, so let's think about what I just did earlier. Remember I told you I do not want to spin up here and pop Terra Surge because I don't think that I can do it, and I'd have to do it basically alone, even if I get a 5-man. But let's look at what actually ends up happening here. Right, shoot. I noticed, because again, I turned to the right because I didn't know if they were actually going to rotate. Once I realized the Rein's being aggressive on me, I'm like, okay, cool, let's take this fight. I'm happy to take this fight. Alright, spin, so I don't take any damage. I see the Ana, and I see the Kiriko here, and I see Kitsune Rush. I also realize that my team can help me if I pull them into this spot. They can't help me if I pull them into this spot, right? That's the big difference here. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, Kitsune Rush is here. Generally speaking, they're going to win Kitsune Rush. We don't use anything. So I'd rather use something here to potentially nullify Kitsune Rush. So, going right here, I pull everybody in, right? This is a 4-man Terra Surge. Okay, I take the Ana, that's fine, right? And I'll hunt down the Hanzo myself. No problem, right? Slash Kiriko gets it. Rein's here, what's he going to do, right? His team's dead. Okay, everyone's dead, great. Now again, still 50 meters to go, long way to go. We don't have forward spawn yet. Just trying to farm ulti and wear Rein's shield down, right? Every second that Rein has to lose this, again, I'm thinking about Storm Arrow. I don't want to get blown up by Storm Arrows. At 300, I already dropped. Storm Arrow, I think, does 300 damage, something like that. Well, so this is a big, big moment in the game. So remember, I knew the Rein had shatter, right? I already knew that he had shatter in the previous fight, or assumed he had shatter in the previous fight. I see the Rein coming down super aggressively. I recognize his team is not here to help him. The Rein is overextending right now. The timing is not right. He should have waited here for like 3 more seconds probably before jumping down. If he's being this aggressive, it's because the Rein thinks he's about to hit a big shatter. So when he starts coming down, look at what I do. Right? First I javelin to potentially get the stun. Then, okay, I'm waiting, right? Again, I'm waiting for fortify. I recognize that he's holding shield and not shattering right away, so I immediately spin into him. Okay? Why do I spin? Well, the nice thing about spin is that it lifts you up in the air. So you see, he can't actually shatter, which gives me plenty of time to hit fortify, A. B, it gives my team plenty of time to walk out of the way. Okay? So let's watch that in real time to give you an idea of just how much time it gives my team. Right? Kiriko's already around the corner, and she had time to Suzu herself. So this shatter hits nobody. Okay? I'm right there, but I'm fortified, so what do I care? Right? At this point, hey, Rein gets they all drop. The Rein's nanoed. I don't want to take this fight, right? I don't have nano. I don't have anything that I feel like is gonna win this fight. So what do? Kite. And Kiriko or Orisa's really good at kiting Rein. Right? Javelin him out of the way. I play back. Right? Again, I turn the corner. Really important that I turn the corner right then because I was about to die. All right? I know all my supports are here. I spin him backwards. I almost knock him off. Unfortunate I didn't have javelin in time and I died. Fine. But good news is my team cleans it up. Right? So going back here, right? Did I get the kills here? No, I did not get the kills here, clearly, right? Did I even do that much damage? I don't even think I did that much damage here. But I gave my team space, okay? Their whole team drops with the Rein after that shatter, because they're probably assuming that the shatter was going to do something, okay? So they, right? Their whole team drops with the shatter, and they nano the Rein. I don't get anything here, right? I don't get anything. Also, I didn't get even Suzu, so I get literally nothing other than like regular healing from my team. But I stop shatter and I stop nano, right? He never hits anybody with nano other than me, right? See, I stop the surge right there. I buy time, right? Still buying time, and now my team is set up on bridge above them, which is really hard for them to deal with. Okay, I try to spin them off. Okay, I come back, I get purpled, unfortunate, right? And then at this point, it's a death match. Okay, but, you know, it's possible we could have lost this, right? You look at this, you don't think, oh, guaranteed that your team's going to win. But the key thing is I gave my team a chance to win this fight. Despite the fact that they were dropping from high ground, they had high ground control over us, A. B, they had more ultis that they used, right? Because they used both nano and shatter here and got nothing for it. So that's, like, big time value, even though I didn't get the kills or do a lot of damage here. And the Rein's being silly and staggering himself. So at this point, I think the game's feeling really good now. Again, we're still missing. They had such a huge lead. Despite the fact that we just won multiple convincing fights, we still had 15 meters to go, which is crazy. All right, they swapped from Rein to Orisa, which is probably the best option. I missed the javelin. It's pretty bad. I felt bad about that. All right, I spin, make a little bit of space. Okay, I pop fortify because I'm stuck in the open. I see the Anna's low. I try to get her, miss. All right, whatever. It is what it is. I play back. She's spinning. I don't think using spin to counter spin is a good idea unless you need to prevent the Orisa from moving forward, like if she's about to terror search your team, or you're about to die or something like that. I think otherwise you should actually wait her spin out. Okay, I see the Anna super low. All right, I think the Bob pops are in the air. Yeah, Bob pops are in the air. Right, I would have killed her if the soldier didn't. Right, at this point I go forwards. I ignore the Orisa completely. Well, she dies anyway, but like I ignore the Orisa completely because I see how low these people are, and I go towards them. Right? Firm kill. Good. Again, we just got the lead now after, I don't know, like 4 team fights we won. So I also recognize I have ulti advantage. That's really important here, okay? Because the Orisa switched after me and she used Shatter as Rein. So for sure, I'm going to be ahead in ulti than she is. All right, I don't want to feed too much to frankly, anybody. They don't soldier anymore, but... Okay, again, see, I take cover, right? Because they're kind of using everything when they come out of the doors, so I'm just kind of waiting this out a little bit. Okay, Kitsune rushes up. Well, not really. Kitsune Rush gets stopped by the cart. I remember when I played the game, like, I feel like Kitsune Rush is not actually helping me as much as I expect. So, you look right here, juicy moment, right? Juicy moment. I see that they're all nervous right now. They're all clumped together. They're playing behind this rock. I just need one good Terror Surge, and we probably win this game. Okay? The thing is, I want to try to pull them into an area where I know I can confirm the kill, or my team will be able to help me get the kills. So I'm just like I'm trying to herd them basically towards this wall, and you're gonna see that. Okay, you see I play along the outside to the left. They all instinctively clump in towards the corner, right? I go back over here. I see them all. There's Urge. Okay, great. She Suzu'd it. Good timing. I mean, like, it is what it is. It's really tough, honestly, for me to know, like, when the timing is. I feel like I can still get better at that and, like, kind of juke and wait out the Suzu. But, yeah, I think probably the right call, thinking about this more, I think what I should do is always wait for Suzu to happen. This is actually good that I'm seeing this. I think the right call here is to always wait for Suzu to go before popping it. And if she can somehow reactively hold it long enough, or like they're about to, get out, everybody's about to get out of the zone. But clearly these two are not going to get out of here. I wonder if I actually want to see from her perspective. I wonder if she's just guessing or if she actually reactively does it. No, she's not. She's not even looking at me. She literally, I don't think she reacted to this. I think she. Yeah, I think it's just luck. Okay, this is good for me to think about. I think the key is always hold until after Suzu happens. So anyway, this would have been 2 kills right there. But either way, you see that it forces the Ana, right? Forget about the people that are in my face, okay? So go, right? So you see everybody else is forced to scatter away from me, but they're super low. Ana's like way out of position right now. Soldiers in the back not doing anything. The Orisa has Nano, but it's easy to kite her, right? It's really easy to kite her. It's one of the reasons why I think Nano should typically go to not tanks, because tanks are usually easy to kite, right? And now I just got people down. Right? I go. Soldier tries to juke, right? Nope. And now the game's basically over. Okay, just to make sure, right? We just won a steam fight. I know how close the robot is. All I have to do right now is basically to try to prevent them from coming out of spawn quickly. Word fades out. I do this. I would have committed on her, but Kiriko's in my face. Fine, that's fine. Okay, Kiriko's forced to run straight at it. I did a ton of damage, and then it's over. Okay. Hopefully that's helpful. Helps you think a little bit about the Orisa versus Rein matchup, which again I think is very favored for the Orisa.